Hello everybody, George at the workshop here on vacation on the island. Well, that is my 1990 wheel horse mower deck. That's my second deck. My deck is paper thin. It's the second deck. You just wear them out. I do lots of mowing. And anyhow, I bought a deck about 20 years ago. Brand new deck. After I got this deck, just the mower shell on Mr. eBay. It was one of my first purchases on Mr. eBay. It was a brand new factory shell, the exact same shell, but all the brackets were wrong. But that's okay. What I did on this one was I cut off all the old brackets that held all my front wheels and the hanging brackets and the mount brackets. I cut them all off. This is where all the linkage attaches to the back of the deck and all that. And it also gave me a time for me to look at where the weak spots are on the deck, where the deck cracks. So, let me take you inside. 85 degrees in the shop. It's wonderful. All right, here we are with my brand new 20-year-old mower deck. The last thing I showed you outside is where that cracks. This is the weak spot on the deck where it comes down here. It always cracks right in here. Same thing in this corner. It always cracks right here, goes across. What I did was I took a piece of 3/8 diameter cold roll steel. If you look real close, you can see it. I bent that all the way around and went all the way up to here. And as you can see, I welded it there, and right into here. So that makes that strong. That's stronger than it ever would be. And then I went crazy. There's another one on the very bottom that you can't see. Well, maybe you can a little bit. There it is right inside there. That goes even further up inside, all the way around the bottom, and goes all the way back to about to here. That made that strong. I took all those brackets that I cut off the other deck, this bracket for the linkage, all that linkage bracket, the hangers, the front hanger, put them all on this deck, welded them all into place. Years ago, I had access to billet aluminum. I made these monster spindle housings. That's a solid piece of billet aluminum. The wheel horse spindles originally have one bearing on the top, one bearing on the bottom. Well, I've got two bearings on the top, two bearings on the bottom. Why? Because I could. Another thing I do, these pulleys. Anybody's got a wheel horse tractor, you've seen these pulleys. That's about a $60 pulley. Originally, these are all spot welded together. You can't change the bearing. What I did was, right where all these quarter 20 bolts are right now, I drilled them all out. I don't remember. Either on my milling machine or my drill press. Drilled them out 1/4 inch, maybe next size up for a clearance hole, so I could separate it. After you got it separated, you can put a brand new bearing in it. Put it back together with these bolts and nuts, and you can replace the bearing anytime you want. I buy these off of eBay. I buy a tube of 10 for $10, $12. Here's a little thing of what I do now. I always pop the seal. You can just reach in there with a little pick, or I take my knife. I pop that little seal. I put a little extra dab of synthetic grease in there, pop the seal back on. Not that I'm paranoid, but I'm paranoid. So, maintenance free. Brand new wheels on the back, brand new anti-scalp, Mr. Oregon, Mr. Oregon, he's a pretty talented guy. On my wheel horse tractor, I had a couple of bearings underneath, a couple of idler pulleys for the clutch that were the same way. Those were the original ones. We're talking like 29 years old. I drilled those open, new bearing, dab of grease, bolted them back together. I did filters, brand new belt, new seats. That's the new seat, Eddie. 2 of them. It's $80, Mr. eBay. I had to make a fancy bracket, so it bolted up to my original bracket. But that works out pretty good. Also, I'm waiting on some True Blue fuel line from Mr. eBay. I probably got 3 feet of gas line. By the time it goes from the fuel tank to my sediment bowl, yeah, that's right, a sediment bowl, old school, to the fuel filter, from the fuel filter to the fuel pump, and then from the fuel pump all the way back up front to the carburetor. I'm going to try some of that True Blue fuel line. According to what they say, it's supposed to be 100% alcohol resistant. So we're going to find out. And if it works out good, I've got about 100 feet of fuel line. I buy multiples of everything. I just don't buy 1 or 2 or anything. I buy my oil, my synthetic oil by the case. I buy this stuff here at least by the 25-foot rolls. Air filters, fuel filters. I buy a lot of them. There's a stack of air filters for my wheel horse tractor. I got another stack over there somewhere. I got about 13 years worth of air filters if I change them every year. So there's our temperature right there. We're a little over 80. I just shut the oil off on the stove. Still got the fan blowing. But yeah, it's glowing in there. Alright everybody, just a little update on my wheel horse, what I've been doing on vacation out here on the island, besides being a proud American. So, alright everybody, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you can show my video to somebody, please do. Alright everybody, thanks. Have a wonderful day.